I'm your host, Kirsten Quinn, and welcome to the Philadelphia Cultural Forum on CCP TV, Community College of Philadelphia's Emmy-nominated educational channel. Tonight, we have the incredible a cappella group Legacy. True to the definition of the word, members of Legacy have sung a cappella music for over 4 decades through their affiliation with numerous vocal groups within the Church of Christ. A 6-member ensemble, Legacy is comprised of Tamika Jones-Collins, Bernice Welbin, Olivia and Renee Wayne, Bernard Collins, and Gerald Blackwell. We are so fortunate to have these wonderful performers on the show tonight. They will be performing a full concert for us, and then we will chat with everyone about their work with Legacy and their passion for music. Enjoy.
Our selection will be I Love to Praise Him. Bernard Collins is our soloist.
I love to praise Him.
I love to praise His name.
I love to praise Him.
I love to praise His name.
I love to praise Him.
I love to praise His name.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I love to praise His holy name. He's my rock.
He's my rock.
My rock, my rock, my sword and shield. He is the wheel.
He's the wheel in the middle of the wheel.
And I know He'll never let me down. He's just a Jew.
He's just a Jew
that I have found. And I'm singing hallelujah. Hallelujah. I love to
praise His name.
I'm singing hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I love to praise His name.
I'm singing hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I love to praise His name.
I love to praise His
holy name.
He's my rock. He's my rock. Yes, He is my rock, my sword and shield, and He's the wheel. He's the wheel in the middle of the wheel. I know He'll never, ever let me down. He's just a Jew. He's just a Jew that I have found. And I'm singing hallelujah. Hallelujah. I love to praise His name. I'm singing hallelujah. Hallelujah. I love to praise His name. I'm singing hallelujah. Hallelujah. I love to praise His name. Don't you know that I love to praise His holy name? He's my rock. He's my rock, my sword and shield, and He's the wheel. He's the wheel, yes, in the middle of the wheel, and I know He'll never let me down. He's just a Jew that I have found. I'm singing hallelujah. I love to praise His name. I'm singing hallelujah. I love to praise His name. And I'm singing hallelujah. I love to praise His name. Don't you know that I love to pray in the morning? I love to pray in the evening. I love to pray all night now. I love to pray in the morning. I love to praise His holy name.
Our next selection is Thank You, Lord, soloist Renise Thurman, and also right after an excerpt of Thank You, spoken word, Bernard Collins, soloist.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. my Lord. You have been my friend, been my friend. You've been my friend through thick and thin. You've been my friend, been my friend, and I just want to thank you, my Lord. You bless my life, bless my life. You bless my life through sin and strife. You bless my life, bless my life, and I just want to thank you, my Lord. You save my soul, save my soul. You save my soul. You made me whole. You save my soul, save my soul, and I just want to thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. I thank you, my Lord, for all you've done. I thank you, my Lord. You sent your son, and I just want to thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. I thank you, my Lord, for all you've done. I thank you, oh my Lord. Thank you, Lord, and I just want to thank my Lord. I just want to thank you, my Lord. I just want to thank you, my Lord. Thank you, my Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to open my eyes, that bright ball of light hanging in the morning sky. Thank you for that gift of good health, giving me the capability to better myself. And thank you for this air that I breathe. You understand and satisfy my needs. And thank you for the oceans deep, water to drink, food to eat. Thank you for the bullets that missed me as I wandered as a young boy in the hood, when many two brothers was up to no good and leading too many to go to jail for good. And thank you for all of those who have passed on and made me, moved me, and moved on. And thank you for the ingenuity of mankind, a multitude of marvelous inventions, the creativity that gave birth to poetry and artists and sculptors and novelists. Thank you for all the peace-loving pacifists, the hatred eliminators, the underpaid, overworked educators, the ignorance terminators, eliminators of suffering, warriors going to war with human nature. But most of all, I just want to thank you, our Lord and Savior, for who was persecuted, prosecuted, executed for our sins on the cross, because the man above showed us love and decided we was more than a lost cause. Thank you for allowing me to be with thee eternally and giving me my family. Thank you for allowing me to be with thee eternally and giving me my family. And thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving me.
Thank you. I just want to thank you, Lord. Thank you.
This next song that we like to do is an audience favorite, and it features our bass man, Gerald Blackwell, And the name of the song is Walk in Jerusalem.
I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready.
I wanna be ready.
I want to be ready.
I wanna be ready.
I want to be ready when he calls
I'm
me.
trying
to get my house in order.
I wanna walk
in Jerusalem.
and
Talk in Jerusalem.
and sing,
Sing in Jerusalem.
and shout.
Shout in Jerusalem.
I wanna walk
in Jerusalem,
just like John. Now John said that city that he saw in his dream was just four square and beautiful as can be. Now if you get there to that city before I get there too, tell all my friends I'm a coming to see them real soon. I wanna be ready.
I want to be ready.
I wanna be ready.
I want to be ready when he calls me.
I'm trying
to get my house in order.
I wanna walk
in Jerusalem.
and
Talk in
talk
Jerusalem.
and
Sing in
sing
Jerusalem.
and shout.
Shout in
I
Jerusalem.
wanna
Walk in
walk
Jerusalem,
just like John. Well, I'm traveling to a city where my friends and loved ones have gone. I'm just a weary pilgrim, and I'm trying to make heaven my home. Well, I see that peaceful river as I cross that blissful shore. I'm gonna put on a crown of silver as I walk down the streets of gold. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready.
I want to be ready when he calls me.
I'm
trying to get my house in order.
I wanna walk
in Jerusalem.
and talk
in Jerusalem.
and
Sing
sing
in Jerusalem.
and shout.
Shout in Jerusalem.
I wanna walk
in Jerusalem,
just like John. I wanna be ready.
I want to be ready.
I wanna be ready.
I want to be ready when he calls
I'm
me.
trying
to get my house in order.
I wanna walk,
in Jerusalem.
talk, sing, I sing and shout.
Shout in Jerusalem.
I wanna walk
in Jerusalem, just like John.
I wanna walk
in Jerusalem, just like John.
I wanna
Walk in
walk
Jerusalem,
just like John. Our next selection will be Eternal Love, soloist and songwriter Tamika Collins.
Oh, when I think of all that God has done and how he gave the life of his dear son, I am so very grateful for this awesome sacrifice, amazing grace and love. Oh, he died on Calvary, paid for the sins of you and me. He bled and died, and in 3 days he rose again. Amazing grace and love, and we will sing his praise until the end of days, and then we'll see his face in heaven above. Oh, and there'll be no more tears, suffering, pain or fears. Evil will disappear. disappear. Eternal love. And after all that you have done for me, open my eyes so that I might see so many blessings all around, such happiness I found. My soul can finally be free. So if you feel your world is caving in and you're depressed and really need a friend, just place your heart within his hands. He'll help you understand your broken heart. He'll mend with love, and we will sing his praise till the end of days, and then we'll see his face. And there'll be no more tears, pain, or fears will His love is Jesus gave his life on Calvary willingly. Thankfully, he set me free. Jesus gave his life on Calvary willingly. Thankfully, he set me free. Jesus gave his life on Calvary willingly. Thankfully, he set me free willingly. Thankfully, willingly set me free, set me free.
Our next selection is Jesus on My Mind, soloist Olivia Wayne.
Ooh, ah, ooh, I got Jesus on my mind. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, I got Jesus on my mind. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, I got Jesus on my mind. I got Jesus, Jesus on my mind. Oh, when you see me walking, I got Jesus on my mind. When you see me walking, I got Jesus on my mind. When you see me walking, I got Jesus on my mind. I got Jesus, got him on my mind. Jesus on my mind. When you see me talking, yeah, I got Jesus on my mind. When you see me talking,
I got Jesus on my mind.
Oh, when you see me talking,
I got Jesus on my mind. I got
him on my mind.
Jesus on my mind.
Well, when you see me praying, I said when you see me praying on my
I got
knees.
Jesus on my mind.
Oh, when you see me praying,
Jesus on my mind. I got Jesus.
got him on my what?
I got Jesus.
Got him on my mind.
I got Jesus. Jesus on my mind. Our next selection is In the Cross, a spoken word piece at the end by Renee Lucas Wayne.
Jesus, keep me near the cross. There's a precious fountain, free to all the healing streams, flows from Calvary's mountain. In the cross, in the cross, be my glory ever, till my raptured soul shall find rest beyond the river. In the cross, I'll watch and wait, hoping, trusting ever, till I reach that golden strand just beyond the river. In the cross, in the cross, be my glory ever, till my raptured soul shall find rest beyond the river. Rest beyond the river. Rest beyond the Hey, rest beyond the river.
Near the cross, I'll watch and wait in humble expectation for the me that is to be so much better than what you currently see. Shining and radiant, I'll be looking like new money. And although life down here on this job sometimes does get a little hard, near the cross I'll stay, waiting for that magnificent, glorious, magnanimous day. I will be changed. Eternal love, eternal peace, eternal joy, eternal station of transformation. Near the cross, y'all. Near the cross. Near the cross. Do, 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 do.
Our next selection is renewed soloist and songwriter Renice Thurman.
If we wait on the Lord, we will be renewed. have a story to tell you about a woman lost in her sin. She had nobody, no one on her side, until my Jesus stepped in, healed her body, her mind and her soul, renewed her spirit deep within. And when I asked her, what then should I do? She said, just wait, child, to be renewed. And if we wait on the Lord, we'll be renewed. Oh, wait on the Lord, and you will all be renewed. I'm telling you to wait on my Lord, and we'll be renewed. Hey. When I am lonely, I'm sad, I'm discouraged, I feel that all hope is gone. When at the lowest point of my life, He takes away all of my strife. And if you just give Him control of your life, He will make everything alright. And down on my knees, Lord, I pray for peace. He said, be still, child, and wait on me. And if we wait on the Lord, we'll be renewed. Oh, wait on the Lord, and we will all be renewed. I'm telling you to wait on my Lord, and we'll be renewed. Hey, on the Lord, and if we wait, then we'll be renewed. Wait, then we will all be renewed. I'm singing, won't you wait, and you'll be renewed, if we only wait, renewed, if we only wait, renewed, if we only wait on my Lord.
Our next selection will be Get It Right, soloist Bernard Collins.
Problems in my life
Toil and
got
strife
me on my knees.
every
And
night.
troubles come so fast, I don't know how to react. Lord, help me, please.
With my
So
life,
filled with sorrow,
there's no light.
my friends abandoned me too.
Y'all ain't right.
Bruised, battered, and scarred, I've been trying so hard to be faithful to you.
In my life,
Problems arise, you look to the skies and you realize that God can help you get it right. Problems arise, you look to the skies and you realize that God can help you get it right.
I tried to go it alone.
By myself,
I couldn't find my way home.
I needed help.
So I fell to my knees, saying, Lord, help me, please. I got nowhere else to go.
Nowhere to go.
Walking through the valley of darkness.
There's no hope.
Ooh, I'm not afraid.
And I know.
Because you say in your word, my prayers will always be heard, and soon my doubts all fade.
I'm not alone.
Oh, yeah.
Problems arise, you look to the skies and you realize that God can help you get it right.
Oh, yeah.
Problems arise, you look to the skies and you realize that God can help you get it right, get it right, get it right. You realize only God can help you when problems arise. You look to the skies. You realize only God can help you when problems arise. You look to the skies. You realize only God can help you when problems arise. You look to the skies. You realize only God can help you when problems arise. You look to the skies. You realize only God can help you when problems arise. You look to the skies. You realize only God can help you. Walking through the valley of darkness, no problems, no troubles, no worries that Jesus can handle. Yeah, you know I'm walking the valley of death. I'm not gonna fear no evil, for thou art with me. Walking through the valley of darkness, no problems, no troubles, no worries that Jesus can handle. Yeah, you know I walk through the valley of death. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Walking through the valley of darkness, no problems, no troubles, no worries that Jesus can handle. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Walking through the valley of darkness, no problems, no troubles, no worries that Jesus can handle. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death, and I'm gonna fear no evil, for my God with me. Walking through the valley of darkness, no problems, no troubles, no worries that Jesus can handle. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art
With me.
get it right.
Get it right, y'all.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you guys so much. What an amazing concert you just gave us. It's truly a blessing to have you here, and we're so excited to get to talk to you as well. So I'd like to just go around and have everyone introduce themselves so that we can put names to faces, and then we'll talk about the group, and we'll talk about your involvement in it, how you guys got started, and when you got started in the group, and all that good stuff, and all the things that you can share with us. So let's just go around. Whoever wants to go first can.
Well, my name is Gerald Blackwell, and I am the bass of the group.
Great.
My name is Renice Welbin, and I am a soprano, among other things.
Yeah. Songwriter, too.
My name is Bernard Collins. I'm a tenor
Wonderful.
of the group.
Oh, I guess it's me then.
Yeah.
I am Renee Wayne, and I sing alto.
Hi, I'm Tamika Collins, and I sing soprano.
Olivia Wayne, and I sing alto, tenor, whatever's needed, really. Because
So can you guys talk to me a little bit about songwriting? Any of you guys that do that with the group? And then we'll get into the background. Yeah.
Wow. So, Renewed was actually written in 1999, going into 2000. My father passed away. It was a rough time
I'm sorry.
for me. Thank you. We talked about the
Yeah,
police
we
officer
did.
and stuff
We
like that.
did.
And the song, I actually was driving to Delaware to visit a friend of mine. And the song was in my head and my heart. And I literally wrote it on the back of an envelope as I was riding down the Route 13 at red lights.
Yeah. It just
gonna
came
ask
to
you
you
about that.
like that. Isn't it amazing how inspiration just like, at whatever moment it pops into your head, you've got to get it down,
Leaving to go have a weekend away to kind of, feel better.
Yeah.
And I was just, thinking about, and I don't know where renewed came from, but I think the verse, the they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. That's what came into my head. And literally, Route 13 is all lights at the time. It was before the straight through.
Right.
Every red light, I was writing verses.
How about
And
that?
that's how that happened. And then I
That
brought
is-
it back to the group, and one of the people we used to sing with, who moved to North Carolina, Mary Carter, helped me kind of create the whole song.
Yeah.
But I wrote the words.
That's amazing. You guys are so talented. Yeah. Who else would like to speak to that?
But just a little tidbit.
Yeah, Gerald.
The bass part is never written. I always have to do that by
You
myself.
always have to do that by
I just
yourself.
Always have to do that by myself. And then they tell me, "Oh, here's the song. Okay, write it."
Oh, that's easy. No problem.
Yeah, it's just.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about the collaborative process, because the song that we sang, well, Get It Right, I think the last song that we sang, Tamika and Bernard, husband and wife. Okay, so they're at home, right? And they're creating stuff with the kids and everything. So they had the basic framework of the song, and they came to the group and said, we think this is how it kind of goes.
Yeah.
You guys, we got to fill in some other parts.
Right.
And so we were at Renice's house, and we just sort of listened while they were singing, and then was like, well, okay, I think it goes here. That that chorus, that transition, that bridge. And so that's part of like what really fulfills us as a group. Just people bringing, I'm not quite sure if the song is finished, but I know you guys can. I can depend on them to like, and they can depend. We can depend on each other to fill in the parts that are missing and really create the finished product.
Yeah, because I see you guys working together as an ensemble and a collaborative. And that's harmony, right? It's harmony within the group, it's harmony in the music. And I love the idea of you guys all working together to create this this magic, really. It's beautiful magic for God and for congregations. Can you tell me a little bit about the origins of the group, how you guys got started with this? The legacy has been around for 40 years. And so right?
And we don't look that old, do
But
we?
I was just going to say, how did that happen? That's
Well-
a cumulative thing,
Well,
obviously. But how you guys got into it and a little bit of background about Legacy,
Well,
if you don't mind.
let's start with the name Legacy. How we came up with that particular name. I was overruled, but the reason we called it Legacy is because our parents started singing, especially Renee and my mother's. They sang in a group. They wore white blouses and black long skirts.
Right.
So
And they forced me to sing with them. At
they
the time, I
forced
was
her
a
to sing.
teenager.
Did
I
they?
was like,
so
this is so not what I want to do.
Yeah.
But
Right. So the parents and the grandparents and
then my
family.
dad was a preacher song leader, and then I got into singing, and then we all started singing. We grew up, and Renice and I sang with the Easternaires, and then we started a group at the church building. But then we've been singing for just about from birth. So and especially
Yeah.
her, she's been singing from birth. But the reason the name became Legacy is because Tamika and Bernard are husband and wife. Olivia and Renee are mother and daughter. Renice and I are brother and sister. So that's how Legacy came up. And then our kids, as you can see, Layla keep running in and out. Our
She's
kids
adorable.
are with the group too. They usually handle the sound equipment and stuff like that too.
Right.
And talk about legacy. I just wanted to add this one thing that many years ago I used to attend this college, and I sung with Donald Dumpson and Roscoe Gill, both Roscoe Gill and Donald Dumpson here.
Yeah. How about that?
Before they passed, so with the
Yeah.
with both choirs, the gospel choir and the choral ensemble.
It is a small
So
world.
it's a very small world.
Yeah.
So.
We're so grateful to have all of you guys here and have you back at CCP. That's great. So, how was it for you joining the group? And how old were you when you did this?
So I, like they said, have been singing since I was basically a baby. That was my first introduction to singing.
Yeah.
So I went to college, went away for school, came back, and the group had already been formed with the founding members.
Of course. Yeah.
It's an idea I think that you had been formulating in your mind for a while. You brought the idea to them. And so when I came back, they were having rehearsal at our house. And I would come downstairs and go, oh, rehearsals today. And Renice turns to me and goes, so when are you joining the group? And I go,
Nice.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just got home from school. And every time I come downstairs, she goes, when are you joining the group? And basically,
Yeah.
I had no choice in the matter either. So that's where we are today. But yeah.
So tell us where you sing, because you guys travel. You do a lot of community service work as well. So if anybody could speak to that, I think that's a really important element of you. And we'll also talk about your sound too, because I love it, and it's very unique.
So I can speak a little to it, and then I'll pass it to Gerald. We were founded to edification of whoever needs the edification, renewing of the spirit, renewing of the mind, singing to bolster people and to support them. So that's always been our foundation, always been our root. We do whatever is asked of us, pretty much. You know, we sing at weddings, we sing at birthday parties, we sing at funerals, but we also go into homeless shelters. We go to the nursing homes. We go to people's homes when they're ill and can't get better right away, or away from church, or away from service, or even if people don't necessarily go to our church, but someone says, can you come sing for my aunt because she's really ill and you guys would bolster her spirits a lot. So we will go and sing wherever it is that we're asked to sing. Wherever it is that we can do good, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We've sung for fundraisers where, you know, there's been special projects or raising money for this or raising money for that, and we'll go and we'll sing for that. But pretty much wherever we're asked to go, we go.
What a gift to the community. What a gift to all the people out there who need that support, who need to be uplifted. This is the type of music that I think is incredibly uplifting. And all of you, you know, have this harmony together, like I said. But there's also that sense of giving of yourselves. And it, you know, I mean, it makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. You feel God in the room. I mean, you do. When you hear your voices, you hear God in the room, and you hear Him talking to us. And I love the fact that you go and you know, you'll go visit someone, or you'll sing at, you know, these joyous occasions, but also the very sad occasions to uplift. That's a really good word that you guys have that I think speaks directly to what you do. So you have something to share, Cheryl?
Me? Oh, well.
Or anyone. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but you had the mic, so I figured
it's
out.
just I find singing is to us. I think a cappella singing is just different because it's ingrained in us, and it's the way we can express ourselves, and we can give that freely and not expect anything in return.
Yeah.
It's just giving, and it also makes people feel good, because music, you ever feel sad and everything, the first thing you reach for is the radio, and
Yeah.
then you turn it on, and then boom,
Right.
you instantly feel better.
Yeah.
And it's just, and we try to write songs and write words and poetry and all like that kind of stuff to uplift and encourage and edify people.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what you do.
Because over the years, leading songs in a congregation, at first when I led songs, I did it because I actually could. But after certain things happen in your life,
Yeah.
it changes and you sing differently. And now people come up to me and say, "Oh my God, I was so touching," and I'm like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
It just happens. Just things have happened in your life as you live life.
Yes. Right. It changes everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
One of the other things that I want, as we were talking about singing, the group, we support each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
The service that we give, we also do and give to each other.
To each other.
Sometimes rehearsals turn into tear jerks because
Yeah.
we'll sit and cry as we're singing the songs. The words mean things to us.
Sure.
Most of the songs that have been written by us have been written or are born out of something that we've gone through, that we've traveled through, that we traversed through. We support each other through the things that we're going through.
Yeah.
And the group as a whole, we come together and we may just be rehearsing, but it's like, oh, I'm so glad I came to rehearsal today
Yeah. It's therapeutic.
because I was struggling this week.
Yeah.
Even when you get to rehearsal sometimes, because what we did today was fabulous.
It sure
if I
was.
do say so myself.
It sure was.
But sometimes you get to rehearse. Like I've gone to rehearsal and I'm like, yo, I really don't feel like being here.
Oh, man.
Like I'm tired. I feel discouraged. I'm like, but I made a commitment to the group, so I show up. But there's never been a time when I have left rehearsal feeling the same way that I felt when I got there. And I'm always saying, God, you knew that I needed to be at rehearsal and you knew that I needed to work on that song. And I needed to see Bernard do crazy stuff. Like he's the king of improvisation. You don't even know. And I needed to see, Layla singing along or looking at us crazy when we don't get the note right because she has perfect pitch and
Does
she
she
knows
really?
when it's right.
Yeah.
Or I just needed to, be in the presence of these guys, and it's blessed my life so much. And so I feel like we're not just singing, we're singing to ourselves when we're up here. We're singing to ourselves as well. And I think that's where, the real connection comes in, because I'll call Renice and say, yo, my day is crap today. I need you to pray for me. Or I need you. She'll say, sing something, sis, sing something. Because sometimes you can sing when you can't read the Bible, or you can't pray, or you can't do anything else, but you can sing, or that song will come in your mind or in your heart, and it really does make a difference.
Yeah.
The music for us really does make a difference in our own lives, and we're just hoping that we're blessing other people at the same time.
Oh, you do. Yeah. Anyone else want to speak to that? Chime in. You guys do. And how would you describe your sound? Because we talked about it's sort of a beautiful blending of sound that you take the contemporary, you take the traditional, you meld it together, you look at different genres of music, you incorporate them. It is a really unique sound. In addition to being a cappella, which I can't even imagine doing. It's so hard. I mean, you're hearing each other, but you don't have the instruments behind you. The instruments are your voices.
Exactly.
So talk a little bit with me about your sound and, how that works with you guys and how you, create music with that in mind.
Well, I know
If you can.
personally. I'll when I thought of thank you, that taps into like both like hip hop but also like that sort of spoken word genre, like what's sort of happening today. And what's interesting about it is like people interpret it like more like as a rap. Some people interpret it more as a rap. Some people interpret it more as a poem. And other people might interpret it more make that connection with a prayer.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
That's interesting, yeah.
Because I think that in writing the spoken word part of it, it was like, for me, it was more so like one of the best things you can do is, if you want to have a positive outlook on life, is be thankful first. That's why
Gotcha.
it's like thank
Yeah.
you. It's like a thanking for like all kinds of things that you can touch,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well as things that are more ephemeral, that are more abstract.
Right.
You know, and a lot of times I start from like there, and then other genres of music, like jazz and and R&B music and things that are just around you every day. You hear
Yeah.
it going through, it gets in, and then it works through the filter of your mind and your soul, and then you sort of put it out like a funnel. It all goes in,
And it all goes
and then a
in.
concentrated stream comes out, and eventually it'll drop on a piece of paper.
Wow, great description. Great
There you go.
description.
So Bernard and I, a lot of times when we are either sitting at home or riding in the car, we will, he'll come up with a melody, or I'll come up with a melody, and I'll say, wait. Put that on the phone. Put it on the phone,
Yeah.
And then we'll record it, and then we'll come back to it later, and then kind of flesh it out and add more parts to it, add words and and harmonies and everything. But that's usually how we work together. And,
Yeah.
And I always think, man, I'm really blessed, to be in a partnership with my husband.
Yeah.
That way that we can share that.
Yeah, both so
And, yeah.
musically talented. I mean,
Thank
that's,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, so and my kids know I have 2 daughters, and we all sing. Yeah.
Yes, both of y'all, because she ain't got about to.
Yeah, we have 2 daughters, and
Well, if that's the case, then we got so many. But Release and I write differently.
Right.
I write from the bottom up. She writes from the top down.
Okay.
So I work the bass line out first.
Right.
I'll come with the bass line, and then I can work the tenor in, then the alto, then she works from the top, acts from the words, and then works the melody in that way. So we do a little differently, and I think all of us write poetry, because
Oh, yeah.
I have a poetry book out, the Anthology of Blackwell's Heart, and then.
No, that's good. We want that. That's why, yeah, that's, yeah,
There wasn't no
that's,
shame with that, yeah. But she writes poetry. I know Renee and Bernard, they write poetry, and Olivia even does some too. So we all write. So that's another gift that we have that was just
Yeah.
given to just come up with words. And when I introduce songs, they always cut me off because. Yeah.
Are we going to talk about that song that we don't talk about? Do you want to hear the song he's talking about?
No.
yes.
We just made it better. We made it better.
But I usually kind of get long-winded in between songs because I'm kind of explaining the song and stuff like that. But, because I come up off the head with stuff.
That's great. Yeah, improvisation in a bigger group is like necessary, I think, to be able to go with the flow. Yeah.
Oh, the only thing I would add to that is that whenever we do hymns and we're performing them not in a strictly church setting, we always
Right.
try to subvert the expectation, find a new angle on it, something
Okay.
like that. So we never just do a straight hymn unless it's probably for encouragement,
Right.
specific purposes. But if we're going
Right.
to perform it as part of our set, it's usually different in some way that you've never heard before, we hope.
One of the other things, when you talk about our sound, we are a group of very, very different people, exceedingly not your average, ordinary folk.
Right.
Most of us, all of us, in fact, have a little bit of crazy in us.
Love it.
Some have more than others. Yeah. But from that beautiful crazy, comes beautiful music. But in
does.
addition to the music, we have, playwrights. We have, this man writes all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but besides the poems and the spoken word, one of the things you'll
Really?
find in each of our sets, it's more than just music. We're talking to you from the music, but we're also really speaking to you in the spoken word. We incorporate poems. We incorporate just the things that are external to just the music, so that the music all comes together along with the spoken word, along with the poems, along with the crazy that is beautifully working around inside of us. Our sound is very distinctive. It's very different.
It
We
is.
do pull from all of the different types of music that all of us love, and you physically see Eternal Love haunting
Yes.
but beautiful. You know, renewed is kind of a, you know, hang in there, hold on, you can make it, get it right. Is like, yo, listen, at the end of the day, God's got it. So we shift and move with how things are working in our lives. And that's kind of where our sound comes from. It's never any
Yeah.
one particular, you'll never be able to listen to something and say, oh, that's how Legacy sounds. You'll listen to it and say, oh, that's one of the ways Legacy sounds.
I was just going to say that because each song is so unique and so different, which, you know, I mean, variety is so important to musicians and to singers, to be able to kind of flow into different genres and different sounds. The ability to do that is pretty outstanding. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you guys, what are your dreams for Legacy? What do you hope for as you go forward and continue with your mission? And what are some of the things that you're thinking about doing?
I want to sell out Carnegie Hall.
All right.
You
We'll
know, I'm just
get on
being
that.
real. I'm just right on that. I see us in big venues,
Yeah.
big venues because of the difference of the sound.
Yes.
That's why it touches people. I know music touches everybody, and you can hear all types of different types of music, but I think we have a unique sound that actually you can hear it, and it talks to you and it convicts you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we have a lot to look forward to with you guys. And thank you so much for being here tonight on the Philadelphia Cultural Forum. We're so lucky to have you, so blessed to have you here. And I thank you. And I'm looking forward. Oh, my goodness. Do I get a hug? My new best friend?
That's why.
Yeah, sweetheart. So good. You guys are so good. And I have no doubt that you guys are going places even further than you've already gone, and you've gone a lot of places already. So congratulations on your work. And of
Yes,
course,
thank you.
of course. And you can check these guys out on Facebook, Legacy. The Legacy experience is truly magical, and we've been blessed to have you here. So thank you to our audience as well for tuning into the Philadelphia Cultural Forum on CCP TV, Community College of Philadelphia's Emmy-nominated educational channel. I'm your host, Kirsten Quinn, and I will see you next time as we continue to explore the art scene in Philadelphia and beyond. Thank you.